my channel. My name is Becca. If you are new here, I love coffee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of a 2- and 4-year-old. I thought it would be fun to sit down and do a sort of back to school haul. We do a mid-year reset. Now it's probably like our 3rd year doing it, and it just seems to work. We homeschool year round. Again, that is loosely. Sometimes it's 5 days a week, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. It just depends. We don't follow a very rigid schedule yet, so we kind of just follow the days. We have quite a few things from Costco. I have things from Dollar Tree and Michael's, which I don't know why, but I somehow forgot that Michael's existed, and my husband and I took the kids in there the other day and we had the best time. So I'm going to do a super quick haul of like supplies and then some new curriculum supplements that we have purchased. Like I mentioned before, we do use the good and the beautiful. I'll leave those videos linked down below. If you are looking for an updated sort of like day in the life and how we homeschool, let me know. I'd be happy to throw one of those videos together. They are super fun and I absolutely love homeschooling our kids. So let's just get into it. I have, I think, a few things from Target. I honestly didn't find a lot at Target this year. Their Target Dollar Spot or Bullseye Playground, it used to be the Dollar Spot. It used to give a lot of options, very inexpensive, like $3 and $5, but I honestly didn't find anything this year. I think we found like one item, so it's kind of disappointed. They a lot of times have busy activities, so if I'm kind of going in between either child, because there is an age difference, you know, if you're homeschooling multiple children, you're working on one item and then you kind of break off after you do like your morning circle time, and then you break off into kind of different subjects or different activities. So I like things that are easy to just give a child, can keep them busy, but I can still focus on whatever I'm doing with my oldest, like reading or math and all of that. So this is sort of like the boring stuff. I feel like I buy these every year. If you homeschool or not, I absolutely love having little books on hand. My husband and I use these for our budget books, our to-do list. He uses them for work. We use them for coloring books. My kids don't particularly love coloring books. They actually prefer just regular paper. We go through computer paper very quickly and it adds up. It's very expensive. So when these go on sale at Target, then we buy a bunch of, like an 1/8 of the stack that I purchased. I just picked these up because these were on sale. I've never actually bought the little composition notebooks before. I like these because they're a little bit more malleable. You know, with little kids, having like a hardback book is not the best option for coloring. They can bend these and they work fine in a backpack. So I picked up 4 of those. I like buying different colors. My kids tend to just like one book. Mom hack, give your kids a book, let them color in that, fill up all the pages, put their name on the front, give them a different color. Coloring is all in one place. They don't have to tear it out. It's their special coloring book. They think it's the greatest thing in the world. And then I bought, I think, 12 or 15 of the actual like spiral books. I got them before Target actually started advertising their back to school. They were putting them out and for some reason they were 35 cents and now they're 99 cents. I refuse to buy them at that price, so we'll wait for them to drop. Like Target, if you have a little one that is learning how to write, I highly recommend these pencils. Don't buy the cheap pencils. They don't work as well. There is a brand, I forget if I can find them. I haven't seen them this year at Dollar Tree. They sell a 2-pack of pencils that look just like this. They work great. You don't get the sharpener, so this year I bought a pack of 4. We've gotten into it already. I have a 2-year-old that's learning how to write, and it came with the pencil sharpener that's larger, so I think this was like under $5. This is a must if you're homeschooling. Buy the pencils, one that are good and that are gonna last forever. These will last us a few years. And then also get the thicker pencils so it's easier for them to grip. You can hear my little guys running. We just came from inside and we're using our screen time now. It's starting to get warmer, so we are going outside at like 10 and 9:30. Homeschool is happening like quick and we're just out. And I had time to water the trees today. If you're new to my channel, I upload a ton of mom like cleaning motivation, sometimes just mom life in general, and we put an orchard in our backyard. It's a backyard orchard, so I think we have 9 fruit trees for now. I would love to add more, but we'll just see kind of how they fill out the yard and then go from there. So we have quite a bit of watering to do. I got some glue sticks. Who doesn't need glue sticks? I prefer glue sticks, honestly, just as a mom. And then Elmer's glue, yes, we use it, but glue sticks are a lot easier to control. And watch Tumble Leaf on Amazon. It's amazing. It's a very cute show. We got markers. Off-brand markers are kind of like controversial. I will buy them. They're cheap. We go through markers like crazy. My kids have no idea. Yes, they dry out faster, but your kids leave the caps of the markers. If I don't catch it, they dry out anyways. When the Crayola ones go on sale, super cheap, I will stock up on those too. We usually probably buy about 8 packs for the year, and that'll last us unless we're like going through them like crazy. I don't mind this brand. It's not my favorite, but it is better than was it Crazy Art, or I forget the other brand, but this would be my second favorite up next to Crayola. So I bought 4 of the thicker ones. Only buy washable, do not buy non-washable markers. And then I got some fine tip markers. And let's see. I think that's all from Target again. Oh no, this is the only like actually learning manipulative that I found. And honestly, sometimes I'll just let my kids hold something while we're shopping in the store, and this happened to be something my oldest gravitated towards. I think I've seen this in the dollar spot before. I think it was $3, but it's a word creator. So I am a little disappointed some letters are not in here, so there are some words that come easy to me, obviously not to my child, but a way for him to just have something and say, hey mom, look at the letter I made, and then okay, let's sound it out and see if it is a word or if we can change the letters. So this is actually going to be something kind of fun. They think it's actually a workout tool, so we'll see how long this lasts, but for $3 it was worth a chance. Now I'm gonna move into Michael's. I forgot, you guys, I shop so much at Dollar Tree because we live in a small town. We have to go in town to get some of the larger stores. Regardless, Dollar Tree is my favorite. We went into Michael's and I've wanted one of these for a while, but they're a little pricey on Amazon. So when I saw this, I think it was like $3.49, very inexpensive. And I'm actually really excited about this. It's, I took the plastic off. I tried to record this video twice, so we'll see if this one makes it. I think I just got the zipper stuck. It's one of those, what is it called? It's like a sensory board, something like really tactile. So it'll work on lacing, zipping, snapping, buttons, buckle, and tie. Is it the best quality? Absolutely not, but you know what? For like under $5, I'm not mad at it, and it has like a little animal inside. So for my 2-year-old, this is great. We have one of those Montessori like busy books, and this is going to be another great thing that I can give him. But it's also, these are just practical life skills, learning how to snap, learning how to zip, button, all of that. It came on a piece of cardboard, but I think I'm going to find something a little more sturdy. I have a lot of signs from Dollar Tree. Again, this is like my Dollar Tree love. I have a lot of signs from Dollar Tree I'm not really into anymore. I like to repurpose them and DIY them into different seasons. I might just actually hot glue it on there so that it's a little more sturdy and not so flimsy. I can see when he's trying to zip something, it might just not be the best idea. This would be something fun in the car. I don't know, but I'm excited about this. And it's really cute. These might, I don't know, my sons might pull those apart, but for the sake of these little buttons and stuff, honestly, I couldn't make this cheaper than what I paid for. We're walking around at Michael's and I happen to find them, you guys. I will always look for a clearance. I will look for things that are on sale before I pay full price. And we were talking about how we used to do these when we were little, and yes, it says for ages 6 and up. My kids don't craft without mommy or daddy, so this will be something that's a really good fine motor skill. They're super tiny for my 2-year-old, but I think it'll be something fun. I don't know if you bake these or if you put them in the oven, but I found a lizard and a lion. Really cute. They sell a version of these at Dollar Tree. They're like reusable stickers. I've tried like 3 or 4 different options. My kids never get into them. So I thought a felt option. It's a little more lively. I think this is going to be something fun. They didn't have different options. My kids are so close in age. I do like to have different options, but I think these were $2.49. All of this stuff was like 60 or 50% off, so it was really inexpensive. Everything was like under $4. So this is the time that we like to stock up on a lot of craft items. Fall is coming up, Christmas, all of those holidays and rain and snow, and we typically get snow here. The last 2 years we've gotten quite a bit of snow, so we're kind of just like stuck inside. I like to keep a really heavy stash of craft items, especially when they clearance out like different seasons like summer and last year's winter before they bring out the new winter craft items. You can get them like dirt cheap. Check Hobby Lobby, check Michael's. Now that I remember, Dollar Tree has really great craft kits for like $1. You get a little bit more variety if you kind of shop around. So don't be afraid to stash things later if you have them in your budget, especially if you homeschool. It's really hard sometimes to come up with different craft items on a daily basis, whereas if your kid was in maybe public or private school or charter, you know, they have things different days of the week, and it's a lot to do that on top of your curriculum. So I don't mind buying things that are already pre-made and put together. So these are great, and I'll kind of explain my idea behind these in a minute. I think the last thing I found at Michael's was a foam characters craft kit, and this is nothing that has to do with education. It's honestly just a busy activity. If it's a rainy day or it's snowing and we're done with school or we're doing school and it's just like, hey, mom's gonna read today and go on a nature walk and I want to include a craft, I can take out 2 of these, and it says it makes 24, so I can get 12 days out of this. I think this is totally worth it. Things like this I love to keep on hand. It's a simple craft. My kids will play with it all day and they'll think it's like the greatest thing. So that was Michael's, and yes, I plan on going back because we walked in and I told my husband, I was like, babe, how come I haven't been in here in so long? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know either. So a whole nother new thing for me. Now we're gonna move into Dollar Tree, and again, my kids are extremely small. They're 4 and 2, so I'm not buying backpacks for my kids to go to school or pack an overnight bag or carry books in. These backpacks, I buy these probably the last 2 summers. Yes, they're a little bit inexpensively made, but I'll explain why. They are $1.25. There is a front pocket and a larger pocket. They're really cute. There's so many different, it can hold quite a bit. Straps are adjustable, has a little like hanger here. Think outside of the box. As a mom, I feel like we do that all the time. But I bought one of these, threw it in the washer, it totally fell apart. Obviously it was $1, so not completely, but don't put these in the washer. My idea behind these backpacks are, my kids are getting older. If we're out on the weekends or during the week and we randomly decide to sit down and eat dinner somewhere, or I randomly say, hey, you know, we're running errands, let's go to the park, or, you know, we're going to a museum, or, you know, we just randomly decide to do something, or we get stuck waiting for something, you know, getting our oil changed or something like that. I don't know. Sky's the limit. I think it would be great, and I talked to my sister about this, and I don't know why I've not done it. Our kids are the same age, and she always has everything ready to go in the car. I typically carry stuff with me, like I'll just throw coloring stuff in my bag, I'll throw, you know, a toy dinosaur or a car or something, and it's always in my purse. We phased out of the diaper bag, and I just walked around the store with my husband the other day, and I was like, wow, this is so sad. We're not in the baby toys anymore. Kids are getting older. I don't need to carry everything. So I think these backpacks would be amazing to keep little things in. So, segue to my favorite store, Dollar Tree. You can put these backpacks together. I'm gonna call it like a rescue me bag. If I need something to rescue me while we're out, I have everything I need for them. I picked up these little Crayola pencil pouches. I did not want a box. I don't want something that can be smushed or cracked. It's, you know, again, 2- and 4-year-old. I need something malleable and that can move. If they step on it in the car or get squished, it's okay. So these little pencil pouches I got, red and yellow, these are the options they had. And my idea is to throw a few markers, not the entire box. I'm gonna do like 2 colors a piece, a few crayons, and then I found these cute, my kids, we go into Dollar Tree all the time. I always love looking, and I'm constantly shopping in there for something or nothing. My kids play with these all the time, but I never buy them, because I know they would just sit in our house. Now, if you think about a child at a restaurant waiting for food, or, you know, in the car, I don't know. This would be like the best thing in the world. It's like these little fidget pop toys. I had them in the house. I donated them because they just never got played with. Kind of regret that. But these were $1.25, so minimum investment, but it came with paper. Like, hello, that's the smartest thing in the world. It's so cute. Yes, they're gonna run out of this paper really quickly, but it is the size of a toddler's hand. If they don't want to color, guess what? You can play with this little toy. And then when they're done, I can just cut this off and they'll have like the little pop-it toy. So I found green and yellow. How cute are these? I'm really excited to put these bags together. So I found those. Oh, see, I'm gonna be the one that breaks that sensory board. I was missing a string. I'll have to put that back together. So my kids don't know, was it Buzz Lightyear or Toy Story? They don't know that movie. They're a little too young to watch it. So I don't know who these characters are, but when you see things like this at Dollar Tree, pick them up. If you have little ones that are into Hot Wheels, my kids are obsessed with Hot Wheels. We have so many cars. I can't explain how many we have. And every car is different and they remember everyone. So I thought to put something in their backpacks, something that they haven't seen. And again, this is minimal investment. These are really inexpensive, like at Walmart. Target, sometimes they're like $2 a piece. This was $1.25, so you're saving some money, but I've never seen these and they look like a little tank. Sorry, that's really bright, but it's like good lighting for filming. This looks like a rocket ship. And then, it was a set, so I just bought the whole set. You can find Disney characters. I found Peppa Pig. I found Finding Nemo. You can find all kinds of little like action figures that you'd pay maybe $20 for a set at Target. Check Dollar Tree first because they're always changing inventory. And then this one. So I think I'm gonna put like 2 cars in each one with coloring, and I thought about maybe putting one of these or something like this in the backpack as well. I'm not sure. I have a ton of homeschool stuff, so I'm probably just gonna go through what we already have at home, but it's gonna be nice to have things that are in the backpack they don't play with at home and they only get to see when we are out. So it's kind of like new. It's not like, oh my gosh, my favorite car's in the car and then we end up taking it out and it never makes it back. Whatever is in these baskets is going to, or in these backpacks, is going to stay in these backpacks and they will only get it when we're out. So it's kind of like a new thing when we're out. And hey, you don't want to color, you can independently pick out of your backpack what you like, so they have some independency making a choice. I'm not just giving them something and saying hey, and then they don't want it. If you don't want to color, you can pick out a car and zoom it across the table 100 times, or you know, play with this little fidget toy, or I'm not really sure what else I'll put in there. Maybe I'll do a video putting these together. I just think it's a really fun idea and it's something that they can carry. It's very lightweight. If we happen to forget it, it was probably, like I said, under $10 as an investment. And the idea is to not completely fill this up with like 15 different options, but maybe 5 options total. But they have something that they can choose from. It's limited, but they're options that are creative, and I'm not just handing my kids a phone to play a game, which I'm not knocking that because we do that, but I would like to have options first before I just opt for screen time. Oh, I forgot, at Target we did pick up coloring pencils. My kids don't really use these. I buy these like once every 4 years. My oldest never got into these, but my youngest saw these and he wanted to have them. So I got one set and we'll probably have these for the next 3 or 4 years. They don't get used that often, so there's that. Again, with the whole backpack idea, there are 4 character boards in here. This is from Dollar Tree. Again, my kids don't watch this show, but they like the song, and it's a little old for them. And obviously their dad watched the show when he was little, so they have an idea of who these characters are, but I just think it's cool. Dollar Tree is the best place for this stuff, you guys, honestly. If you haven't been to Dollar Tree or you're thinking that this is a cool idea, go there first. From Dollar Tree. I'm mommy, I'm their teacher. I love back to school things just as much as my kids do. For me, probably more than my kids. And fun fact, I wanted to be a teacher when I was little, so the fact that I get to teach my kids is great, but that means that I also enjoy purchasing new things for myself as far as back to school. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's my same name, Rebecca Peaky. but I was actually in Barnes and Noble, I think I want to say like 2 weeks ago. We found the cutest planners. You guys, they're so expensive. I would love in my heart to be a happy planner, like using a happy planner with stickers. I've tried before I had my kids. When I had my firstborn, I was like, I'm gonna be on it, I'm gonna do it every day. No, it was like a $60-$70 investment with stickers, pens, you know, you want the whole thing, and I just never followed through with it. So my way of doing that, because I like to change the way that I plan, I don't like to use the same type of planner every day. I'm in a different mood, and that's just what works for me. I go to Dollar Tree, I'll spend like $6 when the back to school stuff comes out, and I will work through those for the entire year. So this is an undated small. I can slip it in my purse, I can carry it around the house, so what have you. It's perfect, like pocket size, and it's not my favorite layout, but again, it's $1, so I'm not gonna cry about it. It's kind of like the weekly planner at a glance. My idea behind this is to use it, it's undated, which I love, is to use it as like my daily tasks, whatever I'm gonna do for the week, right in here. So it's got every week, and then it's kind of got like a month at a glance. So I do plan for YouTube, so I don't know if this is going to be my home planner or my YouTube planner. I'm not quite sure. And then I wasn't too fond of the color of this, but inside is really cute. It's just again another basic planner. This one's a little bit larger, and Dollar Tree has so many colors. If you follow, I think Crafty Girl is her name on YouTube, absolutely love her channel. I've been watching her forever. She does Dollar Tree hauls like every week. She found every color and was like, wow, these are really cute. It's a larger size. I wear glasses, I write really big, so it's got a month at a glance with more space to actually write. So I can use this for curriculum, or I can use this just as a home planner. We do actually have a family calendar that I keep everything like out in the open in our kitchen, because out of sight, out of mind for me. But as far as academic planning, everything's kind of done for you in the good and the beautiful, but sometimes it's nice to just sit down and write down your week and what you're going to plan. I have a planner that I've had for 2 years as far as attendance records. If you're homeschooling, your attendance records need to be clean. You need to have some sort of like paper or digital copy. Do both in case you have a backup. Take pictures of it, whatever you need to do. Make sure that you don't lose it. And the one that I found at Hobby Lobby, I think I did it in a haul. I'll link the video down below, but it has enough space that I could use it for maybe the next like 3 or 4 years as far as my oldest attendance records are concerned. I take pictures of the books that we finish. I email them to myself. It's a whole thing. You can have a backup copy, or you can actually keep the physical paper. I'm not a fan of keeping everything, but I do keep what's important. That being said, I keep my attendance planner separate from like what we're gonna do for lesson planning. I don't like lesson planners. They don't work for me. I don't really like having to fill in boxes. I like just writing what I want to write, where I want to write it. A little bit of a messy planner, if that makes any sense. So this speaks to me, and I don't have time for stickers anymore. So the last one that I got 2 of these, and I like, when I remember, I like to mail them. So I got 2 of these, and I thought one of them would work really well for YouTube. It's a really basic calendar, but it's really pretty. So it goes all the way to 2024. It's got the year at a glance, and then it's kind of got these note sections for like prior month, and you can do birthdays, appointments, what have you, and then it's just the typical like monthly planner with boxes. And I think this is gonna work really well for YouTube or just planning until my heart's content. I like using little sticky notes so I can just move videos around and come up with ideas for the month and then decide when I'm going to upload them. If you're following my channel, I upload on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'm going to actually be changing that schedule. I just feel this sense to kind of slow down a little bit, so I might be doing once a week on the Sundays. I was uploading the last 2 weeks every day, and then I took a week break just to kind of figure out which day was going to work best for you guys. And when you're watching, I upload at 7 a.m. Pacific time on those days. So I'm going to do a Thursday and then Sunday video, and then I'm probably going to go to once a week on Sundays just for this phase of life. It seems to be working a little bit better for me and my kids and my home. That's my priority. So don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of new exciting videos coming up, makeovers we're doing in the backyard, in our home, and my regular cleaning content. It might just all be smushed into maybe like a 30 or 45-minute video. I don't know, but make sure you have your bell on so you don't miss an upload. Things, I love gel pens. If you weren't around for that, then if you know, you refuse to pay $20 for gel pens. They're so expensive. I mean, they're probably like $10, but that's just too much. These are cute, they work the same, and I'm probably gonna lose about half of these, so I can't beat that price. My kids love sticky notes, as do I. I use these to mark pages in our books wherever we're reading, you know, cover up words if I'm blending words with my son. And my kids stick them around the house. If you want to keep your toddler busy, mom hack, give them a like half sheet. I'll cut these in half. Give them like 7 to 10 sticky notes. They'll stick them around the house and they think it's the funnest game in the world. There's no idea behind it. They just think they're decorating the house in like really fun random colors, and it keeps them busy for like 30 minutes. I'm not joking. So if you're making dinner and you need something to do, give them sticky notes. So we go through those. I refuse to pay like $4 a pack. That's astronomical. Okay, so that's it for Dollar Tree. The next thing I'm going to do is Costco. Costco's books are sometimes hit or miss, but the last 2 years we've been to Costco, we've actually found some really great gems. Like I said, curriculum is loose in our home. We do follow the curriculum, but there are days where my kids don't want to do just straight book work, and it's more sort of like active games. Like this morning we did a lot of read aloud, and we did games to just work on like letter recognition, sight words. We'll do math together as a group with me writing it on a whiteboard instead of my kids just writing it in a book. Homeschooling is not how it looks in the classroom, and if you're homeschooling or just starting, just take that mindset out of the way. I tried to create the whole classroom look. It didn't work. Just go with the flow, trust your gut, follow your kids' lead, and figure out what works best for them. My kids love workbooks. They like short little sheets. I don't have time to sit at the computer and print out 18 different pages. They're black and white, and then it costs money to print them in color. I would rather buy a workbook and just tear the pages out, do them for a day, work on them for a day or two, and then we can recycle them, and it's easier. So I think these are each $10. I bought one for my 2-year-old. We are working in preschool, and then my first grade one I wasn't a fan of. It's kind of a repeat of what we did, so I thought the kindergarten one would just be something fun that he can independently do. Everything in this book he already knows, so I can give him a worksheet, do it with him, kind of guided, but while I'm working with my preschooler. It's more of a busy activity for him. I absolutely love this brand. If you see the Scholastic books at Costco, those are not my favorite. They may work for your children, but they did not work for me. They left a lot to be desired. I feel like this brand is a lot more in-depth. So I'm gonna end up actually cutting these books. I just don't like how it folds out. It's not practical with kids. But it comes with a dry erase. So it's like numbers 1 through 10, you know, connect the dots, tracing, kind of like a maze, and then there's stickers. Everybody loves stickers. And I'll flip through, maybe just do a voiceover so you can actually see it, because this lighting is terrible for this book. Write your letters. There's a spot for color. Coloring is like gold. My little guy's playing with cars, so you'll hear that. And then there's some sections for math, but it's very loose math as far as independent work for him. Something that I can give him and he'll actually know what to do just by looking at the pages. There's Scholastic, which were not my favorite. The pages just don't have a lot on there. It may work for your kid. They didn't work for my kids. It didn't keep their attention at all. This is the brand that we typically stick with, but I like to purchase through Costco because it's a bit cheaper, and I'm super patient and don't like to wait for shipping. So there's that. A lot is kind of changing as far as what we're using, just as far as supplemental things. My kids are aging out of quite a bit of what we have, so we're having to supplement with a little bit more. And as a teacher, you kind of also need to know, as like mom or dad, caregiver, whatever role you take on outside of being a teacher, you need to know what your teaching style is that's going to match your child's learning style. That's a whole nother video. knowing your teaching style and your kids' learning style is going to be so beneficial when you're purchasing curriculum. We tried a private charter school. Oh my goodness, it was not a good match for me or my son. So yes, your kids are priority when you're picking out curriculum, but you also need to know your way of teaching. If you don't connect with the curriculum, you're not going to connect with your child. It's just going to be like blank for everybody. So take your time. Take your time. Homeschooling does not have to cost hundreds of dollars. I'm so passionate about this, but you can literally homeschool your kid from Dollar Tree. If you want a video on that, I would love to put it together. I've done it and it worked, and it was just as successful as us purchasing curriculum through a company. You can put it together yourself. There are a ton of free resources. Check your library, check homeschool Facebook groups, check, you know, people around you. Sometimes people put things in Starbucks or coffee shops or you name it. I'm sure you can find groups that like swap, like a co-op, or groups that actually swap homeschool curriculum so that you don't have to pay for it. There are places that offer things for free. I would definitely check the library, because a lot of times they know of like groups that will meet in the library monthly or weekly. So that's a really great resource to use, and you can get free books to homeschool your kids you don't have to pay for. The last thing, promise this video, I always say there's gonna be short, but welcome to my channel and my home. Again, my name is Becca. I like to talk. So I'm really excited. I waited to open these with you guys. About these, I've never seen this brand, and my husband and I kind of walked around Costco for a while. I looked at reviews and I was like, well, I guess we're getting both, because for the investment, it's $25. I mean, you can spend that on a dinner out or just a lunch, honestly. The Ready to Learn collection, it's really cute packaging, and it comes with this little, like, I don't know, it's like a magazine holder, I forget, but it's already in a storage. I appreciate that so much. For kindergarten or pre-K, so it's basically their preschool box. Alphabet practice, letter sounds, counting shapes, pen control, and more. And it comes with 3 64-page workbooks, 48-page workpad, which I think is dry erase, 60-page write and white book with a marker, and then flashcards. So let's open it. My kids have been asking me to use this. They love when we get new school books. And honestly, I think when you supplement school and you bring new items in, not that you have to, it just keeps it fresh. Like, your kids, let's be honest, as a kid or an adult, you like things that are new and exciting and kind of keeps them on their toes. It's not, we're reading page 64, line number 2. Like, I never enjoyed that as a kid, and my kids are the same way. I love when they make books like this for kids where the orientation is this way, landscape, I forget, not this way, but this way. So this, to me, just like speaks as a mom. This is adorable. So this is the pre-K school work pad. This is cute. Oh, my son is gonna love this. So it's letter sounds, eyes for insect, J, you know, circle the letters. This is gonna be fun. Letters and numbers, and I think at this point he's mastered letters, numbers, sounds. We're just working on penmanship and tracing, so this is gonna come in really handy. This is nice. I'm so excited. And you know, Costco, if it doesn't work, you can take it back. I'm not suggesting that, but like, honestly, if it doesn't work, they'll take it back and you could probably exchange it for something else. You guys, I'm so excited. Okay, I get so excited about new stuff like this. So there is a reading book, a math book, yay, and a writing book. For $25, you literally could homeschool your kid in a box. So here's writing. Again, this is like the fine motor activities. We're gonna breeze through this so quickly. A lot of these pages I like to recycle, especially because we have 2 kids. Put these in a clear sheet. Doesn't have to be expensive. You can buy them at Target or Dollar Tree, wherever, so that you can use it over and over again. So good. I'm so excited. Then there's a math workbook. How many owls are there? Count the shapes, write the number. This is so cute. And this is the speed, like, attention span of a pre-K. So this is great, like patterns, sizes. So it's math, but not really like 1 + 1 is 2. It's recognizing a bunch of different concepts in math. And there's an answer key in the back, which is something, you know, I appreciate too. A lot of times you're halfway asleep when you're doing school. Just like your kids. It's okay to admit that. That's why we drink coffee. I'm just kidding. We did reading, writing. Okay, here's the reading book. So again, recognizing letters and the sounds that they make. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. So I love charter schools or private schools. The one that we tried locally, great curriculum. It just didn't work for our kid. I'm not knocking any type of curriculum. Every child is different. Look at this little mini marker. How cute is that? It's so tiny. Oh, you guys, these are amazing. I'm so excited. My husband always laughs because I get more excited than my kids. Fine motor practice. Drawing lines. This is amazing for pre-K. Kind of a repeat of like the reading book, but something that I don't have to laminate, which is amazing. Oh, this is absolutely adorable. This is going to be great. In our home, when we do pre-K and preschool, it's more, again, loose. My oldest is getting into the age where being a little bit more structured, but I follow my kids' lead, and my husband and I agree on that, and it just works for us. So it's not something that we force, and this kind of offers that variety of, hey, let's do this book and play a game out of, I think it's called Learning Resources, their pre-K bundle. It's like we're still using it. We actually used it this morning. It's amazing with the games from the Good and the Beautiful pre-K course. I like to mix everything together, and it works. Do what works for you and your kid. Here are the little flashcards. There's numbers and letters. I believe they are colored. Yeah. I thought they were black and white. I was like, oh, that's boring. So it's a really easy font to recognize, and they're bright, which is important. Okay, and then let's open the kindergarten really quick. I have to make lunch. Typically I do videos when my kids use screen time. My coffee's cold. It's gonna be reading, math, and writing. A filler, or people say supplemental curriculum. I am so excited. I love stuff like this that I can just open and start. I used to try to make my own lesson plans. I purchased them off of Etsy and try to write out our week, and it just, we kind of homeschool on the fly. So the Good and the Beautiful, it's very structured. It's already just follow the pages, and that's amazing. But as far as supplemental stuff, I'm not the type of person or mom, teacher that can make those lesson plans. It just doesn't work for me in my brain. So things that I can purchase that are already done for me, things like this that are already put together, it would take me hours to put together worksheets, and my husband would actually find quite a few of them off free websites. We would try not to pay for them because it gets pricey to print things out. Of course, you can use your local library to print things out. I don't know, every library is different as far as color or black and white, and my kids didn't really respond to just black and white printouts. It's boring, so I would color them in. It's a whole thing. Stuff like this is worth the investment. So they're really cute, and they offer a lot of variety. Variety in our house works with my kids. Yes, you can have, they're exciting. You can have your backpack. We've been playing with these backpacks for like a week. I said, wait, Mommy wants to make a video. Okay, you can take it to the beach. Okay, so here's the work pad for kindergarten. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so cute. I love this kind of stuff. I don't know how many times I've said that in this video. Okay, and what, baby? We work on this with my oldest, is, you know, follow your finger and read. We're working on blending. He's reading now, and blending is a really big deal, so this is great. Use your finger and touch the dot. Like, it's just very well thought out. There's a lot of teaching tools out there that aren't particularly made well. Do you want to take something else to the beach? What do you want to take? So you just kind of, it's hit and miss. And honestly, if you purchase something, save the receipt, save the box. Not everything is going to work, and it's okay if it doesn't. Okay, if it doesn't work, you take a step back, reconvene, and think of another approach with your child. A lot of it is piecing stuff together. That's just what I found. Oh, not these cars. I found mommy's stash.
I'll take the cars.
The cards. We'll open the cards later. Okay. I was trying to save those. Enough of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I love watching back to school like resets or homeschool hauls, especially because we homeschool. This video, I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next